Hey folks, Vic here with your weekly trade video for Friday, November the 21st of 2025. Today's video comes straight from one of Darko's latest pre-market analysis sessions, PMA sessions. But I'm not showing it to you, just to flash some big win or anything like that. There's already more than enough of that floating around the internet. What you need is something deeper, something that explains why markets move the way that they do and how a real trader uses that knowledge to become consistently profitable. So in this video, you're going to see how price moves in fractals along multiple time frames. And then once that clicks, it changes everything. It becomes the foundation for trading with structure instead of stress, with intention instead of guessing. And here's the truth. Information is everywhere. Like, you can go on YouTube, you can binge trading videos for years and still go nowhere. Maybe you've done that. Transformation only happens when you learn how to take the right information, apply it in the right order, and follow a proven formula day after day. And that's where our program stands out. It's beyond just getting information. Darko breaks this stuff down every single week inside his PMAs, twice a week, before the trades happen, showing exactly how to take the lessons from the training site and put them into real market action. He's been doing this for over 8 years now, publicly, consistently, and always in advance, not after the fact. And here's the thing. Listen carefully to this. Since a lot of you have been asking about joining us, we've decided to roll out our own Black Friday style offer. If you lock in 6 months of either the long-term service or the short-term service, it works out to just $49.50 a month. We haven't done this before. It's a limited time offer. The link is below the video and in the email that you might have received. It's, like I say, it's a time limited deal, and honestly, it's one of the best ways to get the full transformation that you've been wanting. And don't forget, if you join us for that price, you'll be grandfathered at this rate for as long as you keep up your subscription. Alrighty, let's jump into Darko's latest PMA. You'll see how fractals drive market structure and how our strategy fits any trading style, whether you're short-term or long-term. Here you go.
In the best world, the best trades I have ever taken for the past at least 10 years as a professional trader, or 9 of them at least, is when the weekly chart is correcting to a level of support, and then within this correction mode I see a structure damage for further upside. By taking this level in here with the low stop loss on my entry time frame, price will be just looking something like this. Okay, price will be correcting here, and then we will be closing bullish. That's not a weekly retracement. A weekly retracement we need to have a, how do we identify a swing? We identify a swing by having a lower low, lower close candle from the previous candle's lowest point, and then maybe the next one will be even bearish, and then the next one will be touching or breaching that level and closing bullish. Now we see a weekly retracement. This candle in here is not a retracement. Okay, so therefore you have no idea how many full losses I have been taken by being too eager to enter in here and then hoping that this will continue to the upside. But then by the time I'm taking this trade, instead of this candle, I see this candle in here, stops me out for a full loss. And then I see this candle, and then I'm kicking myself for not doing things properly. Because what is the most important part of my coaching? To understand price. That's the number one thing was on my how to become a pro trader. From 8 down to 1, and number 1 was reading price. So you have to always, before taking any trades, I don't care if you are a micro scalper or if you are an investor using the yearly chart, timing those on a weekly, or if you are drawing levels on a 4-hour and you time that on a 5-minute or 15-minute, or maybe the hourly levels and time that on a 5-minute, it doesn't matter because the market is fractal. Okay, but what you need to understand before taking any trades, are you in a continuation mode or are you in a correction mode, and that needs to be set within your what you call the higher time frame. Our higher time frame is monthly and weekly only. The yearly is only for the bigger picture. Okay? And sure, you could be looking at correction continuation on a yearly chart to understand the bigger picture. But for us as a position and swing trader, the monthly and weekly only is our higher time frame. That is where we need to identify correction and continuation. If you don't understand this, you will be forever struggling. And if the monthly chart looks like this, we are in a correction mode on a monthly, the weekly will be like this move in here on a weekly chart will be looking something like this. Okay, it will be like the sellers are in control on a weekly chart, and then price is waving itself down, and then we hit monthly support. Okay, so this move in here will be looking like this on a weekly, and it will be looking even worse on a daily. And this move in here, okay, this move in here on a weekly chart, on a daily chart, will be where, like, you see the buyers are in control, but the price is not bullish. Price is just retracing back into a weekly resistance before further dropping. And then the daily chart within this swing in here, price will be shifting from buyers in control to sellers in control, and then we continue down. Okay, so therefore you need to, and that is where what I mean by the market is fractal. And obviously if the weekly chart doing this, then the 4 hour will be looking bullish. But then at some point when we hit resistance on a weekly chart, then the 4 hour will be shifting from bullish to bearish, and that's where we are timing our entry. It's super important, very crucial, to have a profound understanding for correction continuation. And it's not as simple and easy as I'm drawing things, because the market doesn't look this perfect. So you have to understand, okay, is this correction continuation? It's hard to see those at the beginning, but after a while, when you are a stage 3 plus, or at least the start of the stage 3 heading to stage 4, you will be having a better understanding for the swings. Okay, and then you try to figure out, okay, then you try to identify if we are in a correction continuation. Okay, but it's super important to understand that when you get a monthly retracement, weekly, daily looks super bearish, but price is not bearish. Price is just correcting. The monthly is still up. Okay, and then obviously when the monthly is taking out the previous swing, things look super bearish. And by the time the monthly is retracing back into the neckline, this move in here will be looking super bullish on your daily chart. Then the buyers are in control temporarily until we hit this resistance, and then we are shifting from buyers to be in control to sellers to be in control. Okay, and this goes obviously hand in hand with the yearly chart. So you have to put everything together, putting things in context by watching the yearly, and then you work yourself down to your entry time frame for a pending order. Okay, super important.
You know, we've always been upfront about what it really takes to become a consistently profitable trader. This isn't an overnight thing. It's a process. And, you know, when you put in the time, the results start to show. Just like one of our members shared today, he said he's finally starting to spot our swing break pattern with ease. It didn't happen instantly, but it did happen because he stayed with it. And that's how it works. Okay, you learn to read strong levels of support and resistance. You learn the pattern, which is actually very simple. And then you put it all together in the context of the bigger picture. And that's where the growth kicks in. That's where the confidence comes from. Alrighty, let's wrap it up there. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. If you really, if you want to take the next step and join our community, the special pricing link is right below the video and in the email that you received. And if you have any questions at all, just reach out. I'm always happy to help. Have a great weekend, everyone, and an even better trading week ahead.